repeat the question?
Of course. The first question is, do you want to live in a different city in the future?
To be honest, I hope I will be able to live in a different city in the future, especially different in a foreign country, because in there is same as the way to broaden my horizon, and I can there in there I can meet new neighborhood, and also I can try the culture and many things new. But I think it would be challenging because I need to adapt the countries, and adapt the cultures, and sometimes it might make me feel uncomfortable.
That was a well-structured answer. You clearly expressed your desire to experience life abroad while acknowledging the potential challenges, which demonstrates good critical thinking. Your phrasing of broaden my horizon is excellent, and you did a good job of balancing your enthusiasm with an honest reflection on the difficulties of adapting to a new culture. Let's move on to the next question.
Well, to be honest, I think in the future I hope I will be able to be a military weapon engineer in the Vietnamese army, because that was my dream since I was just a child, and I, and another thing is that I think weapon is very beneficial for the safe of my country, and I think I could be challenging because the score I need to achieve to pass the entrance exam was high, and also learn about the weapon is not easy or straightforward for anyone.
That's a very noble and ambitious goal. You expressed your long-standing passion and emphasized the importance of national security. Your explanation of the high entrance requirements and the complexity of the field shows you have a realistic understanding of the challenges ahead. Let's move to the third question.
Well, to be honest, I hope I will be able to master the time management skill in the future, because in next 5 years I have many goals to achieve. So I think time management skill is very beneficial for myself, but I think it's gonna be challenging because I need to optimize my schedule to make it suitable with the real estate, and sometimes it might be very complex.
That's a very practical and essential skill to focus on, especially with so many goals for the next 5 years. Your recognition of the complexity involved in optimizing your schedule shows maturity, and it's a skill that will benefit you in all areas of life. Let's move on to the next area.
Well, in the future, I hope I will be able to travel to Russia, especially the Moscow city, because since I was just a child, I have seen many movies was created in Moscow, and especially in the Red Square, and it's very attractive with me. So, but I think it can be challenging because it's very pricey, and now I'm just a student. I don't have much money, so in the future, I hope I will get enough money and high income to achieve my dream.
That's a fascinating and unique destination. Your connection to the culture through films and your specific interest in the Red Square shows a genuine passion. Your awareness of the financial hurdles involved as a student is practical, and your goal to achieve financial stability to make it happen is inspiring. Let's move on to the next topic.
To be honest, I hope I will be able to start my own business in the future, especially about technology, because since I was just a child, I was very interested in the technology about phone, computer, and many things, and digital device. So, but I think it can be challenging because with the w- development of technology, there are many device store was created, and I need to compete compete with many enemy. So I think it can be challenging, and I can might fail.
That's a very forward-thinking and dynamic ambition. Your passion for technology and your awareness of the competitive landscape demonstrate a good grasp of the market. It's natural to see established players as formidable, but that awareness is also your greatest strength for carving out your own niche. Let's move on to the next question.
Well, in the in next 5 years, I hope I will be able to be a military weapons engineer in Vietnamese army, because since I was just a child, my dream is be a my dream is join the army, and also I think weapon is very beneficial for the safe of my country, and also for the peace of world. But I think it might be very challenging because I need to achieve a high score to pass the entrance exam, and also learning the weapon is not straightforward for anyone.
That's a very noble and ambitious 5-year plan. Becoming a military weapons engineer requires a strong foundation in STEM subjects, particularly physics, mathematics, and engineering principles. Given the intense competition for these roles, focusing on developing those core skills early will be crucial. Let's transition to a related area of your education.
Of definitely yes, because I want to achieve. I hope I will be able to achieve my dream is that be an uh, weapon engineer in armor, and also studying after finishing school is very beneficial because it not only broaden my horizon about many, and but also I can have many opportunity to become better. But I would be challenging because after finishing school is I would when only study math or English. I have to study about many things such as the time management skill, the and especially my majors.
That's a very clear and determined perspective. You see further education as a vital step toward your dream of becoming a military weapons engineer, and you're prepared for the shift from general subjects to specialized, complex fields. Your understanding that this path will broaden your knowledge and open up opportunities shows that you're ready to embrace the challenges ahead. Let's move on to another interest related to your spare time.
To be honest, I hope I will be able to learn a musical instrument in the future, especially the piano, because since what I was just a child, my family don't have much money for myself to learn a musical instrument. So in the future, when I make enough money for myself, I think I will learn to play some musical instrument like piano or guitar, because it's same as the way for me to show my personality and let my head down.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. Learning to play the piano or guitar sounds like a wonderful way to unwind and express yourself after focusing on such demanding studies and work. Many people find that music provides a perfect creative outlet to balance their technical ambitions. Let's proceed to the next question.
Definitely not. Now I'm currently a student, so I hope in the future I will be an engineer in Vietnamese army, and because that was my dream since I was just a child. And also I think it might be challenging because I need to achieve the high score to pass the entrance exam, and learn about weapons in military was not straightforward for anyone.
That makes perfect sense. Transitioning from being a student to a specialized career in the military is a massive and exciting step. Before we move to the final general question, let's look at some quick, high-impact feedback on your language pattern so far. You have great structure, and you always answer the question directly. However, you rely heavily on a few repetitive templates, such as, since I was just a child, I hope I will be able to, and it's going to be challenging because. To mix things up, instead of since I was just a child, you might try ever since I was young. It has been a lifelong dream, or since my childhood. And in place of I hope I will be able to, try phrases like I aspire to, I aim to, or I am determined to. Let's do one last question for this section.
Okay.
All right, here is the final question for this section. What are your thoughts on that?
I hope I will have I have more free time like that in the future, because now I'm a high school student. I have many things to do, such as English certificate, also my assignments and my dream. And in the future, after the entrance exam to my dream school, I hope I will be able. I have more time for myself to develop myself and relax, and sometimes is had a time for my family.
That's a very optimistic outlook, and it's completely understandable to look forward to a break after such intense preparation. Balancing your future workload with personal time and family is incredibly important for your well-being. Your English has been clear and well-structured throughout our practice sessions. You've consistently given direct answers and offered thoughtful insights into your future plans. That completes our mock speaking test for today. Well done on your efforts and your clear focus.
Can you give me the best score for it?
Based on your performance, I would estimate your speaking band score to be around a 6.0 or 6.5. You demonstrated good fluency and were able to communicate your ideas clearly without too much pausing. Your structures were organized, and you answered the questions directly. To push into the higher bands, the main area for improvement would be to vary your vocabulary and grammatical structures more. As I mentioned earlier, relying on certain templates repeatedly can limit your score. So trying to use a wider range of expressions and more complex sentences would definitely elevate your performance.